Um, huh. Hi, everybody. This is Colleen with Stitching with the Sisterlies. Just thought I'd come in and update you on my progress of things and what I plan to be working on, and some giveaways, and maybe a little update on what's been going on. My sister Cheryl and brother in law Ed left last week. They were here for about 4 days, and Ed and Bob got my quilt design wall put up, which is working wonderfully and it looks awesome. And what else? They did the black. Why can I think? I want to say blackbird. It's not blackbird. What are those things you berries? Blackberries. Whoa, the blackberries. Uh, all cleaned up in the backyard. So while he was here, he had what's called a TIA. Ed calls it a itty bitty mini stroke, but it was pretty scary. He's fine. I think he has to change his diet, Cheryl said, and be on some cholesterol meds. But otherwise, he's doing great. Cheryl's doing great. I'm doing great. And it was a little bit of a scare, a little bit of a wake up call, shall we say. I need some water. So that's that. What Lincoln's doing good. Cheryl's pets are doing good. My daughter Cole got another doodle. Her name is Echo. And maybe I'll have her on in the next week or so, and you can be introduced to Echo. She is a gold and black doodle. Anyway, let's get going with what I have been doing. I haven't been doing a whole lot of stitching. I did a little bit on the Animal Cracker series Millie by Stacy Nash. She's this cute little elephant. And I got her head done. And we're heading towards her big old fat body. I could say big old fat body because she's an elephant. And they have big old fat bodies. And that's all I've been doing in stitching so far. As far as the quilt whips, I'm working on with the Fat Quarter Shop on the Scrappy Americana flag quilt, and I have all my blocks pieced, but I have to take pictures of each month so that I could post them on Instagram and Facebook for the quilt along. But I want to do that. Maybe I'll do that today or tomorrow so that I can just get this quilt put together, and I'll just post the pictures as the months approach. In any event, this is April's blocks. July's. It's July's blocks. So the July's blocks, we had to make several of the diagonal stripe blocks. Here's for the white part of the flag. And here's for the red part of the flag. I think we had to make 6 of each of those. See, those are like here's the red, and then the white is in there. So it's going to go, all those blocks will get put together. It's going to be super, super cool when it's done. So that's the Scrappy Americana flag. I think some of you are doing that with me. Where am I going to put this stuff? How about the floor? The other quilt along I'm working on is with the Fat Quarter Shop and Lori Holt as well. And it's the vintage Christmas quilt. When it's all done, that's what it'll look like. This is also a monthly quilt along. And I am going to show you July's blocks. I also have to take a picture of these and post them on Instagram and Facebook. What is it? Look at your notes. Okay, the first one is the poinsettia block. These are all 6.5 inches, and I think they'll finish at 6. That is the poinsettia block. And then we have the shine block. And then we have the snowflake block. And the fourth one is the reindeer hooves, 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 hooves or hooves block. And so we'll just stack these four on top of all the other ones that I have done. And wait for August. So the next thing I'll be working on in the vintage Christmas quilt is August. August blocks. There'll be four of those. I got the flower basket quilt, which was a quilt along with Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet, and I got that done and quilted. And so that is real pretty, I think. And where are we now? Another one I got done is two more things I got done. For the presidential wall, I designed and quilted, this is applique, Lincoln, the wall quilt. It's like 36 by 36, I think. And I hope you can see that. And here is the backing is just a kind of a, 1800s Civil War reproduction fabric. So there's the Lincoln one. And he's bigger because he's my favorite president. And then we have George. And here's George. He is a little smaller. He's also done. Same backing. And Mary and Martha are going to be pillows. So that's where we are with that. Let me take another sip of water. It's odd doing this alone without Cole or my friend Kim or my sister. But Lincoln has entered the room. Maybe he'll help. We will pick up the quilts because you know what dogs like to do on a quilt? They like to lay on it. Yes, they do. Okay. And I'm going to pick this up too. Now, what else have we got? Oh, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for Cole. My daughter wants me to do, it's a machine embroidery quilt. And as I do this, I will post the stitch outs of this particular quilt. This is Claudia Dell's Through the Woods. And it's pieced with some flying geese on the sides for the border along. And then the rest of it, all the rest of it is machine embroidery. So I'll do that on my machine. And most of these that I've made, and I've made several before, I'll post a picture on here if I remember of some of the ones I've made. And they were generally black and gold or black and tan. Cole wanted blue. Blue. She loves blue. So that's what hers is going to be. Her background fabric, I think, is a Marcus. Let me look at the tag. I didn't write these down. Yeah, so Marcus Fabrics, Make It Merry. So her background is kind of a cream with cream on cream stars. I think you could see them in there. So this is the background. This is what everything will be embroidered on. Then her binding and backing is this. And I think she got this from the Fat Quarter Shop or Shabby Fabrics. I can't remember. This one is by this line. And it's kind of got metallics on it, so it's really pretty. I'll find it, honest. Oh, Frosty Snowflakes by what? Stofa Fabrics, printed in Japan. So this is going to be her backing and binding. Okay, and then for the flying geese and the borders, there are, not borders, there are, you see, let me show you this again. Did you, right where the skaters are, there's this thin stashing, that's not what it's called, binding. as well as along the square of that and the inside border. Maybe they're called borders. That's going to be done with this, this, or this. We haven't decided which one yet. And then all the flying geese, this is going to be out of, this is the stove Christmas, again, the same Christmas one, and she got me a half yard set. So these are going to be those flying geese. It'll all come together, and I'll be showing you the process as I go. But it's some cool, see, they all have silvery metallics in them. I think one has a pearl in it even. This one's got writing on it. Some ornaments. So it's going to be gorgeous, I think. I mean, look at this. This is my favorite. And here's the binding and the stuff that goes in between those fancy fabrics on the flying geese. So there's that, and I'll be starting that this week. I was going to show you what I do. I don't use Claudia's technique necessarily. I use some of it. But my favorite thing for stabilizer is this stuff called Terrio Magic. And I just put my background fabric in that, whatever I'm going to embroidery, I put it on this, or I spray it on or soak it, one or the other. Let it dry, iron it. And that's all I do other than using tearaway stabilizer on the back. So there's a hoop, and then the background's in the hoop that's got the Terrio Magic on it. And this goes under the hoop as it's stitching. And then I have a perfectly smooth result with no, you know how with machine embroidery, sometimes it gets all puckery? No puckers. Nice and flat. And that works for me. I don't even use the Pelon, whatever they use for stabilizing, and some other stuff they use like 2 or 3 different things for stabilizer, but what works for me, Terrio Magic, Tearaway. And again, here's the quilt and I will video, I would say it'd be like ASMR, but it'd be more like righty tat 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 because the machine's loud. But I will show you each panel as I do them. The first one is really cool. It's a girl and a guy skating, a boy and a girl ice skating. Okay, let me have another sip. Now let's do some giveaways. Now, did I get everything other than that I wanted to talk about? For giveaways, between this one that we're doing now and the one we did a week ago, I think it was a week ago, I did with my sister, there were some giveaways on that one. So between that one and this one, all of these I'll be back on July 24th, and I will name the winners of all of the winners of this one that I'm going to show you and last week's quilt tube, floss tube, fiber tube, whatever it is. Cheryl still, I don't think, has posted anything new on her Maker's Life. I have the notifications turned on, so when she's ready to do that, I can watch that, and I will link her channel in the description below. Remember, don't know when, but she's got it. She at least has a channel made. Okay, so I got a really cool card from Sherry Price. She's this wonderful friend, a stitchy friend. And Sherry, thank you so much for this card. I had a wonderful 4th of July. It was quiet. I was so glad that Lincoln's deaf. I'm glad and sad all at once. But he heard nothing. He heard there, and there were some loud booms. Anyway, I'm going to frame this. I love this card. And I hope you and the kids also had a wonderful July 4th, picnics and all that fun stuff. All right, let me show you from the Fat Quarter Shop. I think it's Riley Blake. I got this from my son ordered this for me. My oldest son, James, ordered this for me, so I won't miss out, from the Fat Quarter Shop. And several shops around the country are doing blocks of the month. But this is the Jane Austen 250 anniversary block of the month. And here's what the quilt will look like when it's done. So James got me the kit, so I have all the fabric. The only thing I need to get is the backing, which will be a while, and the simple shapes to do the Lori Holt's method of applique, because all those flowers in there are appliqued, the border's appliqued, the rest is pieced. That comes out in, I think, July. But the kit's ready now if you want the whole kit, which is what I did. This is, let me show you the fabrics. I'll show you some of them. I'm not going to take them out of I don't want to mess them up yet. They might be in some order that I need. So there's some of it. And here's I think there's some background in there. And let me see, can you see the different fabrics? And this is by Riley Blake. I think link for information about the Jane Austen, her and Lori's. She talks about they got the rights to reproduce the Jane Austen fabric. So anyway, I'm going to be doing this, and guess what? That Quarter Shop, thank you, has offered on my channel $100 gift certificate towards purchasing the Jane Austen anniversary quilt. I think it's $224 or $220 if you want to get the whole kit. There's also places where I think JK Quilts in Idaho. Just Google Jane Austen Block of the Month. Jane Austen 250th Anniversary Quilt Block of the Month. And you'll see the different shops that are doing the Block of the Month. But anyway, Fat Quarter Shop is offering a $100 gift certificate that you can use towards purchasing this quilt or whatever you want to do with it. So if you want to be entered into that, just say Jane. Just say Jane. Why I'm enthralled with this period of history, I have no idea. Women had no rights. I have no idea why I'm enthralled with it, but I am. So in your comments, be sure to write Jane if you would like to be entered for the $100 gift card. Then we have some giveaways. So for also from Fat Quarter Shop giveaways, I have Be in My Bonnet stitch cards. That's Y, the Y set, and roses. Whoops, we're back. So roses, if you'd like, this is for the it's so Emma. If you'd like this chart, say roses in the comments. And the Lori Holtz stitch cards, if you'd like these, say Y, the letter Y. No, say stitch cards. Just say stitch cards. And these are adorable. And the two quilt patterns I have are also by Lori Holt. Wouldn't you know it? One is Cherish. So if you like this, say Cherish. The other one, I love this one, Gentle Flock by Lori Holt. It's a bunch of sheep. So if you would like the Gentle Flock pattern, say flock. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. I think it's so cute. And one more, and it is, Fat Quarter sent me the Stitch Quarterly. They have, and you get this, like you get every quarter you'll get a stitch quarterly, which includes, the project bag it comes in, which is a mesh bag. Ladybugs all over it. And the this pattern is Lovely Ladybugs. So it looks like tulips and some ladybugs. And yeah. Along with that, you get the floss to stitch it out. This is Fiber on a Whim, 14 count, hand dyed cotton in morganite. It's kind of a pink. I don't know if you could see. I don't know if it is washing out, but anyway, it's a pink. And it's the soft Aida, not the hard, not the rough or stiff Aida. A couple of Ort bags. There's always a needle and a needle minder. The Ladybug Blossom. Hold on, sorry. Ladybug Blossom. There we go. So if you would like this kit, say Ladybug. And then I'll be back on the 24th to announce all the winners from this video and last week's video. So if you want to go back and watch the one with Cheryl that I did with Cheryl, there's time still to enter on those giveaways. And then of course you have a couple weeks to enter on this one. So there's $100 gift certificate for Jane of the Jane Austen 250th anniversary. We have Block by Lori Holt, quilt pattern. Cherish by Lori Holt, quilt pattern. Stitch cards, and these are stitch cards wide, but just put stitch cards, Lori Holt. Roses. Okay, and I think that's it. The only thing I have planned is getting the through the woods done and ready to stitch out, and then I'll be back in a couple weeks. Hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of July, and I'll see you after. Bye.